Hello, this is Sybil Harmony, and let's answer your questions. But I also have some transmissions that are coming through from my guides about Congress not backing this current president or DT. So if I don't get to your question today, I'm going to try to answer them on Wednesday. And then Wednesday evening, I'm going to be on live with Susan Lynn. So I'm going to do a usual Wednesday morning show, but then I'll be on live on Susan Lynn's channel. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with Tom Holman, Pam Bondi. Oh, there's so much stuff. There's no way I'm going to be able to get to all of this here today. All right. Let me answer. A lot of your questions will be answered by this, okay? When I'm looking at Congress, they've gone home. They're not talking about funding the government. But I'm looking at Mike Johnson, and he's not my favorite person. But when I look at Mike Johnson, he feels like he's been totally trying to back the president, but with the Epstein files that's come out, the information that they have, I see it as a red folder. So I see things psychically. I'm a clairvoyant. I get downloads. I get messages. I also use the cards to verify or to get more information on what I'm looking at. But when this will answer a lot of questions people are asking, when's he going to go, or how long do we have to do this, and what's going to happen? What I'm seeing, I don't know the timeline for this, but what I'm seeing is that Jim Jordan is going to totally stay behind this president and back him because he's committed, he's already covered up for pedophiles. And he's afraid of legal repercussions from that and smearing his name. So that's one reason, and it's just his karmic role to be the defender of the pedophiles, which is really creepy. But I don't feel like Jim Jordan is going to abandon the president. But what I'm seeing here is that Mike Johnson really, even though he kind of gives me the creeps because he's so nice and he's such a liar, he lies. But when I look at Mike Johnson, he really wanted to believe everything the president was saying. Like, he really believes when he goes to church and he's praying and he thinks he's righteous and he thinks he's doing the right thing. He really believes that. I don't believe it. I'm just telling you when I'm going into his energy and looking at Mike Johnson, he believes in what he's saying, and he wanted to believe this president. He talked himself. Denial is not a river in Egypt, okay? And the truth is coming out. So the truth is coming out, and the Epstein files are coming out. The Democrats are pushing it, a couple of Republicans, and Mike Johnson is looking at this. He's not letting us know this, but he's like, he knows. Like, I see him standing there holding his head with this folder, like he can't do it. It's coming out. The truth is coming out that our president is a pedophile and a criminal and was very involved with blackmail, with rape of underage girls. I mean, he was at all the parties. The people, there's too much evidence. They have the folder, and he's looking at this and he's holding his head like he doesn't know what to do. But I'll tell you what he's going to do. It's not, they are going to lose, and he knows they are going to lose the midterms. The economy looks like we're going into war in, with and not backing NATO in Europe. Poland, I guess there's strikes or activities going on there, and Moldova. I'll have to look at, that's a whole nother reading that I'll try to look at on Wednesday or Saturday. Sorry, I've just really booked up with clients, and it's getting my grandson off to school. He's leaving Wednesday. Yay! So, okay, but I've just been busy, but we'll get to it. Okay. So he's holding his head like this, and he knows Mike Johnson may even step down. He might be removed or step down. He cannot hold it. The MAGAs are splitting. If you saw during Charlie Kirk's funeral, his wife, the reason that he was killed, sorry to say this, and I spouted a whole big thing and did a whole big reading on that. I don't know if I still kept it up, but this, okay, that's a whole nother thing. That was not one person. And what's his name, Tyler, whatever, is denying, is saying he didn't do it. And they have this Kash Patel is so inept, he is so incapable and so crooked that there were, I told you, there were multiple people involved, at least 3 people. This has something to do with Israel and the Epstein files. Charlie Kirk wanted to release the Epstein files. And what else was he doing? Well, that was it. So you got to go. Okay. So if you saw on the funeral, if you watched it, I didn't watch the whole thing. His wife stood up there, Erica, and said that she wanted to forgive the shooters, and she wanted there to be peace. And then DT and Miller got on there and tried to incite, we're going into a war. And these are the people that are saying, and the Republicans, conservatives are saying, we have to stop the hate speech. Listen to your own guy, okay? The top guy is saying, he actually stood up there and said, I hate them and I want them to be destroyed. The Democrats, people who aren't for him. I mean, this is just, so the whole party is splitting apart. And Mike Johnson knows that this is not sustainable. He knows he cannot go on like this. When is it going to fall apart? Probably by April, if not before. They can't. So they can't even go out and do town halls because the economy, like we mentioned, the stuff. Like we're on the brink of a war in Europe, and the Epstein files, they are coming out. The truth is coming out. So let's look at Mike Johnson. And this answers a lot of your questions, because if Congress is no longer backing him, he should be impeached for the things he's said and done so far. I don't know if they'll go that far, but I feel like that they are going to release the Epstein files, and they will lose the midterms. I've seen that over and over. We'll look again. But let's look at Mike Johnson's, like from now till April. Is he going to stay in power? Is he going to turn on DT? Because he's like, I didn't know. He wants to believe this ridiculous garbage. He wants to believe it. But it's more and more when he's hearing the witnesses and he's seeing Acosta's testimony, the one who gave the sweetheart deal. Basically, this administration put a pedophile, a female, rapist pedophile in a day camp. And you think they're not going to pardon her? She's afraid for her life. But she's got evidence hidden somewhere. If you oust her, she's got an insurance policy. People will release the evidence. She knows everything. You oust her, you're going down anyway. So she's the only one that covered her. You know what? Charlie Kirk did not know. I'm sorry if you liked him or not. Most people on my channel don't. There's kind of not really understanding what he was getting into. Not really, and his wife veered him more to, this forgiveness and love thing, which is probably good because he isn't really. He's talking about women shouldn't vote and prejudice, which is now considered a mental illness. So anyway, he got himself ousted. Let's look at Mike Johnson. How are you doing? He's asking for help. He's asking his donors for help. He has gone in a few instances. Oh, this is the beginning of the end for him. And what's crossing that is the evidence charging for the truth coming forward. The truth is coming forward. He longs for the good old days. I'm going to say that's him. He tries to make everything happy and agreeable. Truth's coming out. The sun is going to shine on all this. He is the fool. That's him. More so than the Knight of Cups, he is about to step off a cliff he can't get back from. That everyone who gets involved with DT ends up in prison. You're a criminal, or you lose your career. Your reputation is ruined. So he is about to walk off the cliff. Oh, you're going to try to go along with this? Uh-oh. Oh. That's his worst nightmare. So he's going to try to go along with this for a little more. But it's not going to work out for him. Let's ask, is he going to be voted out or resign? He's going to make a decision. Yeah. I still feel like he's not quite there, but I feel like he does. Will you turn on DT? Will you turn on DT? Yeah. He's going to start leaking some stuff out. Yeah. He's going to try to do some sneaky stuff. He might look like he's a choir boy, but he's kind of sneaky too. But he's in a tough situation. I don't really have too much compassion for him, but I mean, just because someone's a human, I try to be, but I don't agree with what he's doing, and he's really letting the country be stolen by this one guy who is a crook. Okay. And so somebody asked the question, do I believe the Epstein files will end a lot of political lives? Yes. Yes, that's the answer to your question. Okay. We'll go to okay, gosh, I got so much going on here. Let's see, what do we do? I read on SCOTUS before. Let's look at Tom Holman. Oh, I'm seeing Jimmy Kimmel. Let's look at Jimmy Kimmel. Is Jimmy Kimmel going to be reinstated? Because everybody's cancel Disney. Oh, yeah. Also, if you live in California, yeah, he is. He's going to be reinstated. Stuff changes. I mean, I do a reading on it, looks one way, and then people change their action. So I feel like he's going to be reinstated. I did a reading that looks like he's doing really good. I feel like he's making money. He's going to be doing good. People are canceling your Disney. And also, if you live in California, what I was going to say was yes on 50. They're trying to lie on the TV and do these ads. that are not right, yes on 50. We got to stop them from stealing elections. Yes on 50 if you're in California. Okay, so we looked at Kirk's more than one shooter. Yeah. Let's look at Tom Holman. So Tom Holman took a bribe for $50,000, saying if DT gets elected, he'll give government contracts to people. And it's recorded. And then Cash Patel is going to jail. He is so crooked. And he's just not even very good at it. Like Pam Bondi and him are now fighting. I feel like Pam Bondi was threatened by DT and she straightened up. But she's they're like ready to throw each other on the bus because it's all falling apart. They're all, a house divided will fall. We need to bring our country back to keeping democracy and taking care of our people and not what's in it for me, how do I win, and winning at all costs. So we have to come back from hatred and division and come together as a country because a house divided falls. Okay, so I kind of feel like some of the establishment Democrats helped this to happen because they got their little, insider trading stuff going on and taking lobbyist money too. So we have to, we're never going back to that. That's how we got here. So the reason that DT was put into our politics and our life on a higher level was so that we could see all the corruption, because all this is ending and we're living through a time when it's ending. And so what we really want to do is dream about and visualize and start thinking about what we want our government and our country to be, how we work together and stop this, dark money, take dark money out of politics and corporations and have a government by and for the people. So this is the beginning of all that we're living through. Okay, but let's look at Tom Holman. Is he going to jail? Is Tom Holman, woo-woo, he committed a crime, that would be a yes, a money crime. Is Tom Holman, well, I already know he did it. I can see it psychically. I feel like Cash Patel is in legal trouble, probably, lying to Congress. I still don't know how Pam Bondi's going to wiggle her way out of this, but Tom Holman, he doesn't have a following. I don't feel like, he just feels like he's just kind of some thug out there, and people hate what he's doing with immigration. What does your future look like, Tom Holman? Show me Tom Holman. Karma. Oh, he's everything. So he's dealing with karmic issues. I feel like he's had past lives where he's done this kind of stuff before. Looks like a hatchet man. Like I literally see him like chopping people up for somebody. So he's like the big thug that'll go out and do the dirty work for you. Fits right in with this administration. So he has karmic. He's here in a karmic. He's doing the same thing, and he's presenting an illusion that I'm the law. We're getting it done. We're protecting you. Well, he's not. protecting themselves. So the problem I have with this is, why didn't Biden prosecute? So they're such weenies. The Democrats have to stop being a weenie. I'm looking forward to seeing Kamala Harris on tonight. And I love Biden. He was very empathic. He did a lot of good things. He tried to help student loan, but he should have stood up to the Supreme Court. He's tried to do things, you know, he didn't stand up for Palestine. Oh, I want to look at Greta Thunberg with her boat going there. Do we have time? I think we do. We'll try. I'm going to come back on Wednesday and do a longer one. Okay. And then I'll be on with Susan. So Wednesday, mark your book. We'll be on. Okay. And then I'll answer the rest of your questions. So why didn't Biden's, Merrick Garland prosecute this guy? Sorry. He should be persecuted because he committed crimes, not just because we don't like him. He took money in the past. He took money. That's the FBI, the spy. They're people who know what he did. Because his guy got in the White House. That's the only reason. Oh, and this is also April. By April. Looking, that's money. Foreign info of the immigrants. Ooh, heartbreak. Okay, what? Oh, here's his future. I'd say you're probably going to jail, and with his age and the way his health looks, that's not going to be good. Yeah. Now I want to look at Greta Thunberg. She is on I think someone called it a flotilla, a boat taking supplies. Bless her heart. And those people, we need to pray for them that they get the food. I don't know if they are. They've already been shot at by who? Terrorists, Israeli terrorists. And my first husband was Jewish. My kids are half Jewish. I'm not against Jewish, but this Israeli government has become a terrorist. So we also should look if the hostages will be released. Let me see if I have time. Okay, so Greta Thunberg, how you doing? How you doing with your flotilla? She's such an angel. I just love her. Greta Thunberg, bless your heart and help you. Everybody pray for her. There she goes on her voyage. It's emotional. She feels for these people. She's bringing the light. She may have been a little foolish, thinking, I can just do this. She's looking at the world. I don't know who that is. Netanyahu? Oh, I can't even stand his name. There she is. What's happening? Government. I don't feel like they're going to wipe her out. Let me ask. Let me look at this psychically. I feel like she'll get away safely, but they're going to do everything to try to keep her from delivering the food. Let me ask, will the Palestinians they might put them out in like floating things, or boats come out to her? I shouldn't say it. So what's happening? Israeli is not going to watch my show. Floaty things. I feel like they're going to float packages out, hoping people find them. Are the Palestinians going to get any food and supplies from them? Yes. It might go under the floating. They're watertight, and they put them out and float them out. And she already knew what to do. I feel like they're gonna get some of it, maybe not all of it. Okay. All right. I have to go now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please drop a like. And I'm working on getting 20,000 subscribers. I'm just like 100 away. So please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm sending you so much love. Take good care, and we'll see you soon. Check out my classes. I'm doing a past life regression class, really cool, in November. And I have a shamanic healing class, Healing the Shadow, October 4th. It's going to be really cool. We're going to be doing deep healings. We're going to be cleaning out our, past lives, our negative energies that affect us, our relationships, our money, our health. So join me. And I am also booking for October if you like a personal session. All right. Take care. Bye.